gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Ronald Bird with Style Speaks. I'm here with the actor, model. He's probably got a lot of other things he got on his, on his resume, but I don't want to say the wrong thing, and I'd rather him tell you what it is, but his name is Wain. Wayne, how you doing?
Great, great.
Well, I'm glad you took some time out to talk to us today. We've been promoting and putting your kisser out there on Style Speaks. You probably like, if he put one more picture of me, or maybe you like that. Some people are like, oh, there I go again. Okay, oh, there I go again. Okay. But I love it. I love the responses I get. You got a lot of fans out there, man, who obviously follow what you do. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from?
I'm from Washington, D.C.
Oh, you're another native? Okay, you're the second native I got on. And you actually, this is my Rising, let me start by saying that too, my Rising Stars edition, and you'll know why I named it that too, based on my last guest and this particular gentleman. But you say you're from D.C.?
Absolutely.
So you've born and raised, you've always lived here?
Yes, I have. I live out in Maryland now.
Okay.
I'd like to move back in, maybe, or move somewhere else. But, yeah, I was born right in D.C. At Coolidge High School.
Another one from the same part of town. I went to Coolidge.
You did?
Yeah. My last guest, she's from that way too. This is just wow. So you can tell that I don't do a lot of. I try not to have conversations with my guests prior to talking to us, so I can really get these responses like I'm getting right now. It can be nice and real and organic, but I had no idea we were from the same part of town. That's wonderful. We may know some of the same people.
Real talk.
Definitely. Well, tell us how and before I ask you how you got into the whole acting and modeling piece and all the other things you do, to get a sense of just kind of sort of where your creativity and some people along the way, whether it's younger or older, kind of get that fashion bug or that sense that I like to look nice, I like nice clothing. Who were some of the influences in your life growing up that you emulated or kind of gave you that desire to look good?
I remember just thinking back, I might have been like 5 years old, and my mother would always make sure you got everything clean, ironed. You know, and I was always a fashion person.
Is that right?
You know, you look forward to beginning school, you got new clothes, and I lay them out, and I said, this goes with that, and that goes with that, hooking the colors up, you know. And that's kind of, it was just started, and then through high school I did some modeling, and a little college I did some modeling. And, you know, of course, I went to Howard and got into a real profession first.
Okay.
You know, I'm an architect, actually.
Are you really?
I do construction management.
Wonderful.
And I've been doing that for a long time. And then that modeling and acting bug is still, you know, it's inside of me. It just wants to get out.
Right.
So
somebody must have told him he looked good. He just know he looked good in his clothes, and he got enough compliments. That's where that come from. So you got too many people saying, "Brother, you look good," and that. So you like, well, maybe I
want to enjoy it now before it all falls down here.
Well, you definitely look sharp today. I ain't gonna make you pull the shoes out on camera, but I'm trying to get them shoes from you before you leave. We'll talk about that. But that's interesting because a lot of people, sounds like you got the fashion bug very young.
Yes, I did.
And you got all into how you looked and how you presented yourself. It was obviously very important how you kind of stepped out of your house and presented yourself in school, and you went to college and all that. But it's interesting that that stayed with you even in your profession. As you say, you're an architect by trade. So I mean, that's a total, not totally different, because it's still a sense of artistry there, but the fact that you decide to go that route and even get into the whole acting piece. But before we talk about that, since you've been here all of your life, you've been here on the East Coast, whether it's, right outside of D.C. and Maryland, what has been, or what do you perceive to be, let me see, how do I put this? Do you find that DC is a fashion-forward, fashion-conscious place to be? I mean, you see people that look nice, of course. There's a lot of, I think, eclectic styles here in DC, people from all over, and bring different elements to fashion to DC. But are you aware of that? Do you see what you'd like to see in DC, or do you just like, I'm not all that impressed? What is your perception?
I'm impressed with DC. I mean, like you said, people
on a
come
fashion scale
to DC from all these other cities, and you have it all just mixed and you have, with the ages. Personally, me, I'm a mature person, but I don't necessarily dress that way.
Right.
I dress how I feel, and I might feel, one day I might want to be all dressed to the nines with the shirt and tie, and bow tie, or whatever. I might want to do some jeans with holes in them, which is what I really love. I just dress down, dress up. And you see that all over D.C. When you're riding around, people in D.C. are very fashion forward. It's different from New York. I go to New York often. When I'm there, it's a different ball game, but still I see some of that here in D.C. too.
Well, that's good that you say that. I mean, I kind of feel the same way. I think it's very eclectic, and you get a very elaborate look at very different types of style and fashion here, and what people's perception is always very interesting to me. But, where did the whole acting piece, I mean, you got a couple of, you kind of fit that professional model. Did you want to do like print work or runway? What was something that kind of tweaked your interest in?
Real interest was print. Open a magazine.
And you want to see,
or driving down the highway.
I got you. Okay.
That's really what was motivating me. I said, I want to, but and then it got into a lot of other things. I got into runway. I met people along the way. And this business is really a lot of who you know. People, you make friends, and got all this support with people. Thank y'all, whoever you're out there, you know who you are. Then all of a sudden, a good friend of mine, a few years back, came to me and said, I want to go to audition for Porgy and Bess at the Kennedy Center. He had a contact with someone who knew the casting director there. And I said, okay, have fun. He said, well, why don't you come too? Come on and go with me. He said, you might like acting because you do all this modeling. I said, okay, I'll be there for your support. Little did I know.
You got up there and did your thing. You
auditioned, and I got the part.
But do you sing?
No, I don't. I work with singers. People tell me that I can do a little something.
That you
But anyway, I got the part. And it was a crapshooter in Porgy and Bess. Here I am, the first time ever on stage at the Kennedy Center Opera House, where Beyonce has been, Tina Turner's been on the same stage. Anyway, and it was a blast. It's all black production. And I've
seen that production.
I love that. So anyway, that was how it got started. That was a few years ago. From that, I got callbacks to do other shows. And then I got into doing stage, and through other contacts, video, music video I loved. That was really great with a great friend of mine, his wife. Y'all know who y'all are. It's Debbie Poole is her name. She's a great vocalist in Baltimore. And
I love it when things happen by happenstance that you didn't necessarily seek out. And I was talking to the previous guest, and that's how she got started too. So I'm getting a lot of some of the same types of nuances in the stories. So when you don't really necessarily set out and make that a mission, it just kind of dropped in on you. Somebody recognized,
but it was in me. I wanted to. I didn't even recognize it.
Well, yeah, obviously, because the average person didn't have the chutzpah to just, for somebody to say, well, you're a model. You just come on out and audition anyway. You're like, oh, okay. The average person be like, oh, hell no. You'd be scared to death.
You're right.
So it was obviously
comfortable.
I
like the bright lights. People say, don't you get nervous? That adrenaline starts rushing. Go on the stage and lights shine in your face.
And own it.
People are applauding and you're bringing out their emotions.
Right.
Oh, I love it.
You love it. Yeah, I mean, and that kind of opens the door to a lot of other things, obviously. So, what kind of lies ahead? I mean, like I said, the whole sequence and the title of this edition was Rising Stars, and I see that I see that you're going on this call, and you started this show and done this commercial or whatever. So I see things happening for you. But what do you kind of plan on doing? What's going on for 2014? And what area are you? I guess when people have a plethora of expertise when it comes to different genres of work, and you're an actor, model, and all that stuff. So when do you kind of hone in on one thing, or do you I want to concentrate on my modeling, I want to concentrate on my acting, because can you really do both?
Yeah, you can do
at the same time without having a concentration on one or the other. Is it hard to do?
Well, if you enjoy doing both, you can do both. You can accomplish that. Excuse me. What I'm planning, I'm really honing in, as you were talking about, into film.
Okay.
That's an area I want to really get a snowball rolling down the hill and really get it moving.
Well, that's where the big bucks is. I mean, there's big bucks in modeling too, but I guess it depends on. It can be, right. But I think it's okay.
But film is, I just enjoy it. I like the way it's presented on stage. When you're doing plays, you have rehearsal after rehearsal after rehearsal. It can go on and on and on.
So a lot of it's very time
film, you hit it and quit it. You enjoy that character, you enjoy the cast, you get into it, and it's done. And it's, could be more profitable.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, it's definitely more time consuming. You have to kind of really be dedicated to the cause. So obviously you allow, or your schedule permits you to do something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, because everybody can't really I got a 9 to 5, but I can't be over here rehearsing for this.
I make it work.
Okay, you make it work.
Do you still have a job? Right. Yes, I do. Yeah. I make it work. I don't have much leave, but I have a job.
Right. Well, I definitely understand. Well, that's good that you make it work, man, because you never know, what's going to happen or what's going to pop off.
That's
and you got to kind of follow your dream.
That's right. You never know who's going to be in that room with you.
Okay.
Talk to on Facebook. About the other week.
Well, absolutely.
Some people came.
I recognize you. You know what I'm saying? It's like Style Speaks reached out to you, man.
Yeah.
So, definitely. So I mean, that's how it's done. But I mean, moving forward, we talked about what you're going to kind of concentrate on next year. So is there anything that we need to look forward to, or what do you want to tell folks about?
On the modeling side, I'm not giving that up, and I'm still moving fast forward, and I'm doing more producing.
Oh, okay.
A good friend of mine, a designer, we're really good friends. He's a great shirt designer. We've worked together for years. Anyway, we're doing a fashion show to benefit Cancer Foundation, which we haven't determined which foundation. But March 29, 2014, we're doing a big fashion show at the Newton White Mansion in Bowie, Maryland.
Okay.
So we're getting that off the ground.
Okay.
And, I do 3 or 4 major shows a year in Atlanta, New York, and here in D.C.
Okay.
So I'm still going to do that.
Okay.
But I'm not going to, model every other week on the runway.
Right, I got you. I
got to get this film thing.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Well, let everybody know where they can find you. I mean, are you tell everybody how they can reach you.
I have a website, wj.com, which is DOUBLEYOUJAE.com. I need to update it, but that's where I plan to keep all my information and keep abreast of what's going on.
And you do have a Facebook page.
And
how do you find it? What's that called? What's that your name?
Facebook/Wain Jenkins. That's WAINJENKINS. That's the best way to get me, and that's how we communicate.
Yeah, exactly. He's pretty good at responding too. So
I continue to work with all my photographers. Thank y'all out there. That's really when you see an image and they create images that you just wouldn't believe. Right. Those are what people. That's what people remember.
Oh, absolutely.
And I've gotten a lot of notice from a photo, and they'll say you're great for a certain role.
Right. Oh, absolutely. And I mean that's what. Since I've been doing Style Speaks, I have really gained a whole lot of respect for photographers. And I've really started to actually take interest in photography for the first time ever. Because of it, because a lot of the images, and I deal with a lot of models and people in fashion or whatever. So of course the image and whoever's watermark is on there, those prints or whatever, I see what kind of work they do and how that artistry just pops off the paper really is amazing. So I have a lot of respect for that end of the business.
Definitely. They're artists. Each photographer has their own style. I can look at my photographers, if they're doing work with someone else, and I might see it somewhere, oh, that's Michael's, you know.
Right.
And I can tell right away it's their work.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But I've been doing that for years now, and I have a group of photographers I work with, you know, in different cities, and
you're the man. You're the man.
It's fun.
Okay. All right. Yes, I can tell. This man has got you got a lot of work on there. You got a lot of work to look at, and I admire all of it. Look, Wayne, it's been a pleasure. I'm not going to keep you any longer. I really appreciate you taking your time out to talk to me today.
Thank you.
And you guys have gotten all the information on him. That's been another edition of Style Speaks. Until we meet again the next time, see ya.